Hello everyone, my name is Felicia, Perez, author. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's day is going great and I hope everyone's week is going great. In this video, I'm going to talk about my abuse from about the ages 11 and 12. So this all takes place after he raped me. If you didn't watch that video, it is the video before this one. So he did rape me, and then after that, I tried to stay away. I spent more time with my mother, at her work instead of staying at home with him. And I tried my best just to stay away. I showered when she was home, and I didn't, get close to him during the day. I tried my best to avoid him. I spent a lot of time in my room, and that's kind of when the taunting and, the ridicule started. So I was about I was about 11 or 12. And so every time I would go into the shower, to take a shower, and my mom was usually home, but of course she was cooking, or she was doing other things. And, he would always convince her that he needed to go into the bathroom. He couldn't wait. He had to use it right this second. He could not wait. So he would go in when I was in the shower, and he would, call me names. He would say I'm just a fucking little baby. I'm just a whiner. I'm not worthy of anything. He pretty made that pretty clear. So he would open the shower curtain and try to grab me anywhere. He didn't care where he grabbed me. It wasn't even sexual anymore. It was just more about control and more about scaring me. So he would try to grab me. And I remember this so clearly because it carried on with me for years. I would always try to hold the shower curtain closed, which is impossible. Grabbing it at one end and then holding it at the other end also to try to keep it closed so he wouldn't touch me. But that never worked. He still grabbed me. He would grab me. I would always be scared he was going to make me fall. I never did, thankfully, but he would grab me and then he would laugh and he would walk out. And after he walked out, that's when I was able to cry and let my frustration out, because I couldn't cry in front of him. I never would cry in front of him. I would never give him the satisfaction of knowing that he scared me. So after he would leave, I would cry and I would cry and I would cry. And then I would go to my room and I would stay in my room. I became more withdrawn over these years. When he would be in the shower, he would always yell for me to take him a towel or take him soap or something. He always had an excuse for me to go in the bathroom when he was in there. Some days I would ignore him and I wouldn't go at all. And then other days, my mom would say, go in and give him a towel. So I would go in, and the bathroom was very small. It wasn't a big bathroom. I would go in, with my back on the wall, pretty much walking to the sink to, put his towel or whatever on the sink. Of course, he would open the shower curtain, show me his erect penis while he would be jerking off and telling me to go in the shower with him. I would say no, and I, would try to walk out of the shower. That's when he would splash water in my face and call me a fucking baby. He would say that I was no fun, and he would throw water at me. He would splash me with water while he called me names. What kind of a man does that to a child? I would kill a man if they would treat any of my kids that way. That is just fucked up. And he did this day in and day fucking out. Every day this happened. Either he went in when I showered or he forced me to go in when he showered. Even though there was nothing sexual going on, it was all about control. At this age, it wasn't sexual anymore. All of it was about control. He would say if I didn't listen to him, he would, my friends wouldn't be able to come over. Of course, he always threatened with, I'm going to tell your mom what you've been doing all these years. As if I had any say-so in any of it. He made it seem like it was my fault. Like I asked for it. Like I came to him and said, hey, can you touch me? I never did that, but that's how he made it seem. And of course, I believed him. He's the adult. He told me what to do, and I did it. And he never apologized. he never gave a shit, but he would threaten me with he was going to tell my mom. He would threaten me to where my friends couldn't come over. He would take my phone away. And when I say phone, I'm not talking about a cell phone because they didn't exist, but he would take my wall phone away and he would scare me. So the taunting went on for about 2 years, almost every day. Imagine what that does to a child. Just imagine. It went on with me for years. It still does. You know, my self-hate, knowing that I'm not good enough, knowing that he thought it was okay to do this to me. That carried on. It did. You know, the shower curtain thing, that carried on. Crying in the shower, that carried on. Whenever I'm stressed in today's world, the shower is where I cry. In the next video, I am going to talk about more about my 12 years, when I was 12 years old, you know, and how all of the abuse finally came out. So please watch that video. I just wanted to share about the taunting and stuff in this video. And, you know, he would always walk around the house naked. He didn't care. You know, my friends would come over. Like almost every day my friends were there after school. He would walk around naked. He would be jerking off in the living room, watching porn when we're literally in the next room. And I tried my best to hide it from my friends. I did. I was so embarrassed. And he did it on purpose. And I would try to hide them. I would keep them in my room while I went to the kitchen for something. I would keep them in my room so they wouldn't see this. I didn't want them to see this. I was so embarrassed. And I didn't want them to see any of it. I hid it from them for years. I hid it from them. But they knew me. And they saw it. Even though I didn't think they did, they saw it. And that's one thing that I wish it would have ended sooner. I wish somebody, anybody, the fucking mailman, I wish he had seen this happen and reported it. I wish something would have ended sooner. But it didn't. Again, thank you for watching my video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.